What is going on, everybody? It's Sunday. I'm having a tough time. I don't have football. I don't have red zone. I don't have playoff games. This sucks. This is terrible. Like, what am I supposed to do with my life? This is a horrible time. But you have the Pro Bowl. Come on. Don't tell me you actually waste your time watching the Pro Bowl. It is such a joke. It is the worst all-star event that there is in the four major sports. And that is what the discussion is going to be about today. I want to ask you, what do you think has the best all-star game? This is terrible. The Pro Bowl is horrendous. And it comes with the nature of the sport, of it being a physical sport, and these guys get injured, gruesome injuries all the time. I kind of understand it, but it's unwatchable, in my opinion. I can't sit there and say I thoroughly enjoy watching a Pro Bowl. They don't even tackle. They wrap each other up. You hear a couple whistles. It's not good entertainment. Now, what are you supposed to do? Well, you got to implement some sort of skills competition. I know they're doing that now. They're kind of working on it, but you gotta factor something new in that will catch the attention of the fans. We want to see these players do something that is so crazy and to the elite level, but you can't have them playing the game at full speed due to the fact that there's injury. I want to know if you waste your time even watching it. How about the people who go there and watch? The people that spend their money to go out there and watch this live. Oh, it's so bad. It's so pathetic. I can't even believe it's a real thing. Plus, you get the fact that the two teams left in the Super Bowl don't have players in there. Then you get the guys that don't want to go. They're injured. At some point, it's the 6th, 7th guy that wasn't even picked that gets nominated because other people are still playing in the Super Bowl or these people are injured. And it's just so weird. It's so weird. So let's take a look at all four of the All-Star events. So the Pro Bowl is the bottom of the bottom for me. The Pro Bowl is just terrible. I actually believe the NHL has done a phenomenal job. They changed the whole scheme of things. It's 3-on-3 overtime. There's a little tournament involved. And factor this in, there's a $1 million prize that gets separated throughout the team if you actually win the All-Star event. So there's some type of motor that these guys want to play. They want to battle out there. So to change it to a very entertaining style of play, a 3-on-3, a lot of ice, a lot of puck movement, these superstars are out there creating all kinds of energized plays, that's great. So you can look at the football and the Pro Bowl and say maybe a flag football type thing, so it's not so much the tackling and it's more just receivers making one-handed plays on DBs and stuff of that nature, maybe a flag football game. But the NHL did a phenomenal job. In my opinion, that's number one on the list. Entertaining. The skills competition's great. It's just a great weekend for the league. Baseball is fun too because, you know, it's obviously not a demanding sport physically like football. So you just go out there and play and you see these hitters hit and the pitchers want to do well in their inning that they get an opportunity to. Now, do I think it should ever actually have the type of style to it where the World Series is in place? No, it should never be. If the AL or the NL wins, they have home field advantage because that's not fair. Half the guys in there won't even have a chance to be in the World Series. So why would that affect the outcome of the World Series? So that part of it should never be a thing. But there should be a motor. Baseball gets away with it because I still find it very entertaining personally. But there should be a motor in these All-Star games that make the players want to go out there and perform at a high level. Realistically, money seems to be the one that has that happen. If you say, okay, the winner of the baseball team get the split, whatever. I know $1 million is a little different because there's so many more players, but they get to split a couple mil or something. The players would want to play more. It would be more entertaining because they're going to have that type of motor to want to go out there and win, and then the fan base is going to be a little bit more entertained. But they do a good job. I mean, the home run derby is even entertaining, and that goes back years and years and years and years ago to the point where you're in your backyard playing baseball with your friends when you're 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. And what do? You play home run derby. So hockey and baseball are the number 1 and 2. Basketball, 3. And it's not a huge drop-off. Everyone complains there's no defense, it's just alley-oops, and I think that the players are starting to get a little bit better with that. You saw it last year, actually, and the fact that there's possibility of picking the teams and drafting your players and it being televised, you're talking more entertainment to it. There's more value in it, more entertainment value. Oh, who's he going to pick? And just stuff like that. Is Joel Embiid going to pick Russell Westbrook? Just storylines of that nature. But when you look at football, there's a problem. And I guess the timing of it too, right? So there's still a Super Bowl to play. Who's going to watch this? I'm not trying to rip you apart if you do. I just personally don't see it. In the comment section down below, I want to know what your favorite All-Star game is and maybe what the Pro Bowl can do to be better. And I'm asking you, do you even watch the Pro Bowl? I understand these players had great seasons. They were respected seasons. They're athletes that put a ton of time in. There has to be a better method to make it more entertaining for the fan. Because going out there and playing a fake game of football isn't it. I know flag football is a fake version of football, but it's just a different mentality. You're not suited up. You don't have the helmet on. It's more of a casual game out there. To see the one-handed grabs, to see this, to see that, to fake the wrap-up and have a whistle blow. No one's going out there and competing at a high level. That's the point of the All-Star game. See these athletes play at a high level. So there needs to be a fix. It's just, it's reality. But I'll tell you what, it sucks. It sucks that there's no meaningful football on. And just now that I'm thinking about it with only one game left, that's even terrible. I know it's the big how do you do, and it's going to be entertaining, but after that, then we're really screwed. Then we're really just waiting. Every time an NFL season ends, I always picture that stretch of June, July, and you're waiting for August just for preseason. Even though it's preseason football, there's still a little bit of hype and emotion behind it. You can see your players go out there and play week 1, week 2. You look forward to week 3. But that June, July months, it's a grind. It's a grind, and there's one football game left. It's hard. It's hard to go 16, 17, 18 weeks with football. That's crazy on Sundays, and you revolve your whole entire Sundays around that, and you do nothing all day long, and you just relax, and you have Scott Hansen. It's weird to go from that to, oh, the Pro Bowl is on? Oh, that's a tackle? It's garbage. It's garbage. And I see Malcolm Jenkins out there tweeting on Twitter. He quote tweeted a video of the NFC DBs coming out. And he's got the man emojis. Like he's all hyped to go out there and perform. I wonder what the players think of it. I know the players enjoy it because if they get voted, that means they had a successful season and it's a cool environment for the players to be around other elite stars in this league. But it's not entertaining as a fan. It's just not. Oh, one thing I was talking about with the timing of it. In the other sports, NBA, NHL, MLB, all the players, they get their week off. The stars go out there, they perform for the fans, and it's a week break. Here it's, well, we just had 16, 17, 18 weeks of football, and in between playoffs and the biggest game of the year, we're going to throw in the most meaningless football game that nobody tries in. But you can't throw it in the middle of the season either, so it's a timing thing. So what if, here's a wild solution, what if they threw it in July or June? When football is kind of dead, people are itching, scratching, and crawling for it, and it could be based off of last year's season. Would that be a better solution? I think more people would be engaged because everyone's itching for football then. You're going nuts. But no one wants to get hurt for the season. The issue is, really, when you come down and think about it, the issue is the fact that it's such a physical game. And people don't want to get hurt for the season. And that's fair. But there needs to be a way. I don't get paid millions of dollars to sit there and think of that for the NFL. But if I did, I would be sitting there every single day with a notepad in a room and say, okay, how can we make this better? Until then, no one's going to watch the Pro Bowl. So my 3 questions. Do you watch the Pro Bowl? What can the Pro Bowl do, or the NFL do, to make the Pro Bowl better? And I want to know your favorite All-Star game and why. So let me know down below. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.